Hello everybody, how you doing today? Any of you looking for a house to call your own under $31,000? That's what I have for you today. Hope you're all having a good one. Welcome to How Much House for the Money, and I hope your cup is always full of happiness. So if you're looking in Michigan, this one's in Niles, Michigan, and that's where we're going to begin today. This is a little ranch for $30,500. It's the highest price in today's episode. It's on a little more than a quarter of an acre. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house at 2819 Adams Road in Niles, Michigan, 49120. And in Niles, Michigan, we're in Cass County, where the population is just under 52,000 people. Now, this house has been on the market for 8 days, built in 1945. So let's see how much house we're getting for our money in Niles, Michigan, $30,500. This is a single-family ranch with a shingle roof. Looks like we're getting vinyl siding. Looks like we might also be getting vinyl windows. Again, have those home inspections, bring out your general contractors, and get down to the fine details. $30,500 house here to call your own. Looks like we're getting a fenced yard. Now with houses like this, we're going to have to roll up our sleeves and get our hands a little dirty, right? You've got to be okay with that when we're looking at properties like this. But if you don't want to rent, or you don't want the mortgage that's attached to some of these high-priced houses that we see on Zillow, definitely meander through these episodes and check these houses out. Sometimes these houses with low prices get overlooked online because you might get one glimpse of the first photograph where you're like, no way. However, photographs may not always do a house justice. My recommendation is just go out there and check them out and then leave me a comment when you do. And don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know where you're viewing this channel from, because it's always great to have all you here. It's always a beautiful day to view houses. And you're always welcome to subscribe to the channel and join our growing community. So with this, I could see that we could put a wraparound deck on it. The vinyl siding does need to be cleaned up, of course. This is the kind of house that you may be getting municipal utilities. You could add up, you could add on, or you could leave it the way it is, clean it up, and call it your own. $30,500 house right here in Niles, Michigan. And that's 49120 is the zip code. So there's your water heater and your laundry room. And you can always ask the agent how long the home has been vacant, get down to some history. Find out some history on it. Okay, so here we go. We're in the kitchen, and obviously it's gonna need some scrubbing, right? But we have to look past that. But it does look like we're getting 4 vinyl windows. Nice cabinets. They need cleaned up. The flooring is vinyl. Doesn't look horrific besides the filth, of course, but doesn't look ripped or torn. Maybe this is the kind of house you want to get in there and take everything out of the inside and start fresh. So here's the full bathroom, tub and shower combination. There's your vanity and sink. The flooring's going to need to be replaced, but we do have a nice window in the bathroom. Again, we're looking at $30,500 right here, you guys, not $130,000, right? So here's your living room with your wall AC unit. Now that is a beam that's sagging from the ceiling. That would have to be fixed, of course. And we're looking at some staining on the walls. You're going to have to get in there and scrub it up. Niles, Michigan. Cass County. Okay, so this may be one of the bedrooms. That may be vinyl flooring. The house may need a roof, but again, when you're there in person, get down to the details and base your offer on the results of that home inspection or what you feel the home is worth to you, right? So we are getting baseboard heat, but that may not be bad. Again, go check it out. It's $30,500 in Niles, Michigan. So let's get some details off the description here. 2819 Adams Road. Let's get a look at our street view. Wow, look how pretty this is. You don't have a neighbor across the road. Wow, that's really a pretty location. But again, we do diligence and we research our neighborhoods, right? That's really pretty. And let's see where we are on the map. So there's the St. Joseph River there on the west. So we are, let's see. Yeah, we have a lot of local amenities here. But it looks like we're in southern Michigan, so we're right above South Bend, and we're west of Edwardsburg and Allenton. And yeah, we're right here near the Indiana line. So South Bend, Indiana is right to the south. So we're not far from Indiana by any means. This is southern Michigan. And let's see our nearby groceries, health and safety. Look at all those local amenities you're getting with this property as well. Looks like you could walk to a lot of these amenities. So that's really always very nice. So let's check out the satellite view here. And there is your lot, rectangular lot, a little more than 1/4 of an acre in Niles, Michigan, in southern Michigan. $30,500 house right here, you guys. So let's see what it says here for the description. Ranch home with 2 bedrooms, 1 full bathroom, and it's being sold as is, I should say. And when we look at the history, it was just listed and the house is 80 years old. And again, your real estate tax rate is 1.35% in Michigan. That may not be a bad buy for one of you out there if you're looking in that area. And the zip code is 49120. And the listing agencies and the addresses are always found in the description box below every video. Man, that's a cute little ranch. Does need some scrubbing, but can't expect much less, right? All right, or much more, I should say, for $30,500. So this one here, the next one is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Look at this place. Okay, so this is a gambrel-style roof. Has a beautiful covered porch. It's a $30,000 house with 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. It has 1,536 square feet of living space, and it's on a lot that's 5,576 square feet. It's only been on the market a day, built in 1905. So let's check it out, see how much house we're getting for $30,000 in Pittsburgh at 2233 Laketon Road. Wow, this is pretty. Now for me, I'd want to take out those trees that are right on top of it and expose our beautiful covered porch. Now we're in Allegheny County. The population is just under 310,000 people. And the real estate tax rate in Pennsylvania is 1.41%. Look how pretty this is. Now this has a lot of potential. Looks like it's vinyl sided with a shingle roof. And in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, your median home sales are over $260,000. And in Niles, Michigan, and Cass County, your median home sales are around $230,000. So definitely room to grow some equity with these houses. Clean them up and call them your own. Wow, that's really pretty. I wish those trees weren't in front of it. So there's our covered porch. Really pretty brick. Okay, so this one's going to need some attention. So there's your full fireplace, I should say. And again, it may need a roof, but have those home inspections, find out what's going on with it. We're getting paneling, hardwood flooring. I love that front door. Look how pretty that is. And there's your staircase on the far wall. That is really pretty. $30,000 house in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And if you're new to the channel, definitely meander through the episodes because I'm showing you houses that are way below those median sale prices that you'll see on Zillow. If you want to stay out of the mortgage, stay away from mortgages, and you want to stay out of auto loans, definitely check out my other channel, How Much Vehicle for the Money. It's on that channel where I show you vehicles with low miles and low price. This has got a lot of character to it, just from what we see here. I love that decoration right there between the two with your cutout there on the wall. Okay, so here we're going to need ceiling. It may need a new roof, but again, check it out in person. And photographs can sometimes make a house look like it's this obviously is in rough condition. There's no doubt about it. And you definitely need money and motivation and ambition. But definitely check them out anyway, because sometimes photographs make these houses look like they're in way worse shape. Sometimes these issues are in one room only. Now, I can't say that that's the what's going on with this one without looking at it in person, of course, but look at the beautiful, beautiful woodwork and the trim. So we do have a gas range. You're going to have city utilities with this house, city septic. You can always ask how long it's been vacant. So they put the refrigerator right in front of your door there. That would have to be moved. But when you're there in person, you get the lay of the land. And this one's in Pittsburgh. Woodwork is gorgeous. That's a really pretty kitchen, you know, just despite what we see here. You put a new ceiling in that, spruce this up. That's a really pretty kitchen. Okay, so there's your staircase. Never be afraid to make the offer, you guys. These houses are placed on the market to be sold. Look at the door. That is beautiful. The woodwork is gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, I know it needs attention. I know it needs work, but some of it is just beautiful. This may be the upstairs. You got a pocket door on your closet. Yeah, these houses need saved, you guys. People need houses and houses need people, that's for sure. $30,000 house here. If it needs a new roof, you put that new roof on it. Maybe you could move in there and live in it while you're fixing it up. It's still way less than rent in the long term, right? See upstairs bedrooms. Okay, so this is the bathroom. Yeah, it's been vacant for a while. You might want to get in there and just completely clear everything out and start fresh. But if it's structurally sound and you're getting city utilities and you can get it for a lower price, structure looks really pretty from the exterior just from what we saw on that front photograph, but wow. Does have some character to it. It's such a shame when houses like this sit vacant because they are not increasing in value, right? We can all see that. But they can when they're fixed up and they're renovated and somebody takes the time and the money and sees the possibilities and the potential that these properties have. That's a really beautiful front door. Okay, so that might be the other side of it. Wow, look at that. So you're getting an upper deck area there and a garage. Nice. So your patio, you could make that into your patio space right above your garage. So it's $30,000 house with a garage in Pittsburgh that needs renovated. It needs attention. Wow. If anybody looks at this, let us know. So there's your yard. And the lot is about 5,500 square feet. So it's not a huge lot, but it's less yard that you've got to mow and maintain, right? So there's the top of your garage. I bet that's a really pretty view from up there. Yeah, I don't know. I think this has got potential, you guys. $30,000. And it's at 2233 Laketon Road. And it's been on the market a day, built in 1905. So let's get a look at our street view here. There it is. So we're getting sidewalks, of course, because we're in the city of Pittsburgh. But you're surrounded by other brick houses. That one beside you may be vacant. But look how pretty that is. That's got potential. If we take out these trees around the outside of it and just really open up that front porch, that would be very pretty. And let's see where we are on the map. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Allegheny County. So you're getting a whole lot of amenities. And there would be the hub where you find all your museums and your stadiums and things for those of you that are Pittsburgh Pirate or Pittsburgh Steeler fans. So the house is right here. Let's take a look at our satellite view. And there you go. There is the lot. It's kind of a rectangular shaped lot. And let's go back to the map and the street view here. Okay. So this would be considered, you're right below Laketon Heights. You're not far from, you're up above, pardon me, you're up above Churchill and let's see here. Crescent Hills, Penn Ridge, and Shady Side is over to the west. Squirrel Hill isn't too far from this area, I don't believe. That's what I was looking for here. And but again, you're going to have a lot of amenities, a lot of markets and things. And there it is, red marks the spot there. 2233 Laketon Road in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, built in 1905. And it says here, don't miss out on the classic American four-square in Wilkinsburg. And a home features 3 bedrooms, 1 full bath, a finished room on the lower level, and a full basement with walkout access. You have a garage, and you can create a rooftop deck. You have a private rear yard and a front porch. You're just blocks from the Black Ridge and Penn Hills. So that may be a great opportunity for one of you out there looking for a fixer in Pittsburgh. It was just listed, and the house is 120 years old. Man, $30,000 for a house to call your own in Pittsburgh, you guys. Go in with somebody. Why not, right? You don't have to live there forever, but build some equity, fix it up, live there for a while, call it your own, and then later on, if you don't want to live there, you can sell it and gain some return on your investment. $30,000. That's a sweet find, even though it does need quite a bit of attention. So now we're going to stay in Pennsylvania and check this one out. This one's in Smock, Pennsylvania. We're reducing the price to $25,000. It's 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. This house has 3,030 square feet, so you could definitely live here with live with somebody in this live with someone in this house. Coffee's kicking in, you guys. This one's on 1/4 of an acre. It's been on the market for 20 days, and it's at 653 Upper Middleton Road in Smock, Pennsylvania 15480. It's a 3 bedroom, 1 bath. So let's see how much house we're getting for our money in Smock, Pennsylvania, and it was built in 1875. So let's check it out. So in Smock, PA, we're in Fayette County. The population is just under 124,000 people, and the median home sales in this area are around $150,000. Look at this place. It's a beautiful covered entry. We have a shingle roof, vinyl siding, over 3,000 square feet of living space. So we're going to have to look past some personal belongings. So there's our living room. $25,000 house. With over 3,000 square feet, you could live with a couple people, I would think. It's quite a bit of square footage. I bet there's hardwood floor beneath that carpet. $25,000 house. Yeah, this has got character too. There's your hardwood flooring. Wow, that's really pretty ceiling. So that's upstairs. With a house this size, you may be getting 2 staircases. Wow, this is really pretty. $25,000 house, you guys. This is unreal. I love finds like this. I mean, I know they need attention, and I know it takes money, but man, $25,000 house. That's over 3,000 square feet of living space. Smock, Pennsylvania, Fayette County. Wow, look at that gorgeous staircase. Wow, that's really pretty. Okay, so here's some ceiling detail. Nice medallion there with your light. Oh my goodness, it's pretty. So we're getting a few fireplaces, radiator heat. This looks like the kind of house somebody may have lived there for a very long time. And again, you can always ask how long it's been vacant. If walls could talk, this house would tell you some stories, I think. Wow, this one just needs someone to scoop it up too. Wow, it's a lot of possibilities with this. This reminds me of a house that you might see in an old movie. It's got character. Any of you interested in Smock, Pennsylvania? This house is $25,000. If you had some big dogs, you could just share this big old house with a bunch of big old dogs and call it your own, right? Yeah, there's another staircase. Wow, look at the beautiful cabinets and the cupboard doors. Wow. Here's one of the bathrooms, and there's that beautiful clawfoot tub, checkered floor. Wow, this one's something. So this may be the top of the stairs over here on the left side. Oh, I hope one of you checks this one out. This one looks really cool. Okay, so this may be another area of the upstairs. Make a great little home office. Little reading room. That may be, not quite sure. I'm looking for maybe a laundry connect, but again, when you're there in person, you get the lay of the land. This is a good size house. There's your, maybe a porch area. Wood siding. This would be an undertaking for someone for sure. But if you're looking for a low price house with some square footage, this would be it. $25,000. So there's our basement. So there's your basement access from the outside. Wow, that's a good size house. Over 3,000 square feet. That's a very pretty yard. So there's the back side of it. We are getting maybe a detached building as well. Looks like it's vinyl sided. Wow, that has potential, you guys. If any of you looking for a larger home, 653 Upper Middletown Road in Smock, Pennsylvania, 15480. Let's check out the street view. There it is. Low maintenance. You don't have any landscaping around the outside of it. Again, we research our neighborhoods, but look how pretty that is. You could put some shrubs around the front or just some native landscaping. That'd be very, very pretty. Has a lot of potential. Let's see where we are on the map. Okay, Smock, Pennsylvania. We're right below Waltersburg. So we're south of Waltersburg and we are east of Keisterville. And let's see here. And Dunbar is over here to the east as well. So Pittsburgh is up here to the north of us. So Smock is probably a good hour and a half to 2 hours below Pittsburgh. So you're headed toward the southern part of Pennsylvania here in Smock. Let's get a look at our satellite view. There you go, a nice rectangular parcel. Let's go back to the map, give you some nearby for your groceries and your health and safety and your shopping. Oops, why isn't that not showing us? Okay, so here we go. There's your amenities. So you got to drive a little ways. So you got restaurants, you've got grocery stores. There's your amenities. Not too far. And that's Smock, Pennsylvania, 653 Upper Middletown Road. And again, the addresses and your listing agencies are always found in the description box below every video. Been on the market 20 days, built in 1875. Says here, 2-story home offers 3 versatile rooms with great potential, 1 full bathroom with a tub, convenient parking, and you have a cozy fireplace bringing character and charm, and large windows fill the home with natural light, creating a bright and inviting atmosphere. This is a fixer. And when we look at the history on this one, it was listed for $44,900 back in July. They removed it. Then they listed it for $35,000. Now they're down to $25,000, and it's 150 years old. So there may be some issues, but again, take a look at it. And if you wanted to make an offer, you could possibly get it for less. All you can do is try, right? Smock, Pennsylvania, $25,000 house with 3,030 square feet of living space. Wow. Okay, so now we're going to head into Georgia. Look at this cute little place. $25,500 for this one. It's on 0.4 of an acre, so a little less than a half an acre. It's 640 square feet, so it's a small house. 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. You'll find it at 48 Ralph Sr. Road in Georgetown, Georgia, 39854. Now, this house has been on the market for 72 days, and it was built in 1965. So let's see what we're getting for $25,500 in Georgetown, Georgia. Okay, so in Georgetown, Georgia, we're in Quitman County. Population is just under 2,400 people, and the median home sales are $125,000 in this area, and your real estate tax rate in Georgia is 0.83%. Little single-family ranch with a shingle roof, little covered entry. There's your mini split. This one's going to need finished. So it looks like they hung drywall, laminate flooring, electric panel, $25,500 house right here. Okay, so here's what we get of a kitchen. Does have a sink and your little bit of a counter space there. But this is a home that's been cleared out, and they started working on it, and then they put it on the market from what it seems. But if you're looking for a little place to call your own, here it is. Georgetown, Georgia. It's basically equivalent to a tiny house, and from the price point, it's definitely priced less than a typical tiny house, and it's something that you could go in and finish up and do what you want with it. So that may be a bedroom. There's your bathroom. There's your corner shower. There's that lid. People, the lid. This channel, we like to see those lids closed. Nonetheless, though, it is your shower, your sink, and your commode there. Nice flooring. It's there. It's intact. There's another view of the front in your living room there. If somebody's looking for a small house in Georgia, this one's in Georgetown. $25,500. They left you... Let's see, I was thinking that those were materials, but I guess it isn't. Some leftover drywall. Maybe they were overwhelmed, decided to put it on the market. Never be afraid to make the offer. Look at how pretty that yard is. So it's fenced in. And again, we don't know what we're getting into until we get out there, right? But man, for $25,500, that looks like a cute little place. It's got potential. Possibilities are there. 48 Ralph Sr. Road in Georgetown, Georgia. Been on the market 72 days, built in 1965. So let's see our street view here. There it is. So you do have a neighbor, but you don't have anybody across the road. But again, we research our neighborhoods, but this is country living in Georgetown, Georgia. And let's see where we are on the map. let's see here. So we have Morris and Hatcher over to the east. There's our Alabama line. Right over to the west of us there. So we're west of Hatcher and we are south of Beatrice. So let's check out our satellite view here real quick. There's your lot. How nice is that? Right off of 81 for the most part. And let's just take a look at the nearby here. Groceries, health and safety, shopping. Let's see how far out we are. Gotta drive a little ways so you can go across to the Alabama line, which looks like it's going to be the closest place, or you can go over here to the east or up to the north for some more amenities. And over here to the east is where you're going to find a grocery store also. And this one is in Georgetown, Georgia, 48 Ralph Senior Road. Been on the market 72 days. Never be afraid to make the offer. That's $25,500. You may be able to get it for $19,500. We don't know. You never know until you try. Built in 65. It says here, country setting just minutes from Lake Eufaula, known as the big bass capital of the world. So you're just 10 minutes from downtown where you can enjoy sidewalk dining and boutique shopping. And it's good for fishermen and nature lovers alike. And it does have a 2024 split unit for heating and cooling, your 2024 inline hot water heater, and it does need some interior repairs and finishing, but it's a great opportunity to call it your own, it says. And when we look at the history, this one was listed for $25,500 in July. Then they removed it. Now they're trying it again, and the house is 60 years old. That might be a great find for somebody that's looking for a small house in Georgetown, Georgia, and that one's in Quitman County. Wow. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. You can leave me a comment like I mentioned, but houses for under $31,000, I don't think any of these are really, I mean, of course, we're not there in person, but man, they might be great finds. That's all. I see possibilities. And again, this one's in Georgetown, Georgia, $25,500 on not quite a half an acre. This one's in Smock, Pennsylvania with 3,030 square feet on a quarter of an acre for $25,000. This fixer's in Pittsburgh on a 5,576 square foot lot with 1,536 square feet of living space for $30,000. Or if you want to live in Michigan, this little ranch is $30,500 on a little more than a quarter of an acre. A house to call your own for $31,000. And you do have to have a little ambition and a little bit of money. Hope you're all having a great day. Remember to check out my other channel, How Much Vehicle for the Money. And we will see you in the next episode because more houses with low price and high potential are coming up. And I'd like y'all to stay safe, stay aware, and keep happiness in your cup. Cheers, everybody.